What's up?
Now we got sound. They can hear us now.
They can hear us now?
The mic was, I'm so sorry. The mic was muted. They can hear us.
They can hear us now?
They should be able to hear us.
Let me see.
Can they hear us now?
I don't know.
Mic
Can
check.
you guys hear us?
Mic check. 1, 2.
There we go. They can hear us now? There we go.
Okay.
Yep, they can hear us now.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So we had a whole good conversation
we had a great conversation.
Y'all couldn't hear us.
But y'all was looking at us though, so that's a thumbs up. I appreciate that. We'll start back over. Welcome to the podcast once again. Since y'all can hear us, this is Fox Glen Marketing and Media. We are having a small business and entrepreneur podcast. I have my cousin. He is here, Terry Stanton. Welcome to the podcast, Terry.
Cuzzo.
What's up, family?
Man, I'm glad to be here, man.
I am glad you are here. I am glad I got the sound working right.
Yeah, man, they can hear us now. But I'm glad to be here, man.
I appreciate
in the
you
studio.
We in the studio, man. So and that's what this is, small business, man. Let's talk about, as we was talking, and I'm so interested in your NIPSCO story.
Okay.
You know, right. 7 years ago, you was working in NIPSCO. And you figured that, man, and you was making good money.
I was like, you guys missed the conversation, but you know, I was making 75 G's.
Okay.
And you know, I had
single.
I was just single, no kids.
Nope.
Single, no kids.
75,000.
75,000.
How old was you?
75,000.
7 years ago. How old was
you? Ooh, this is 10. So Jesus, he took me back. That's 20. I was 28 when I got started with the company. 27, 28.
28 years old, making $75,000.
Well, but wasn't making 75. So 28, I started off around by like 40,000, 40 G's. Good, so 28, making 40 G's still is good. No kids, nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I got the fish tank in the house.
I know, right? You got my fish tank.
Good money.
Right. So by the time I left NIPSCO, I was making 75 G's.
There you go.
And I was looking actually to leave because I wasn't getting the raise. Mm-hmm. You know, I didn't get anything from.
But that 75,000, and what raise was you looking for?
I wanted to make 6 figures.
You want to make that 100 bands.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
So at that point in time, you was like, man, I want to make a little bit more money. But what I'm trying to understand and get this question, you know, right, is because look, your responsibilities was not that much. So you fighting for a little bit more. You see what I'm saying? The responsibilities.
So the responsibilities wasn't that much, but I understood that to have a family, it takes money.
It does. So you're preparing yourself for your future.
Yes.
Which a lot of people don't do.
No.
They already set their future and then try to manage what they have already created, such as a family, a wife, and there's not an establishment in their life.
And we were talking about this about a week ago when you proposed, hey, let's do a podcast together.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this, that people don't really sit down and say, okay, you know, and have proper family planning. Okay, if I'm gonna have a kid, can I afford this kid?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, I can afford 1 kid, but can you afford 2?
There you go.
Now, if you can't afford 2, then you might as well maybe just stop at 1 until you can afford the second one.
There you go.
So I felt like that I could not even afford a kid, or even maybe afford to take care of my wife, because you know, there's a certain lifestyle that I wanted to have, a certain lifestyle I wanted to live. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So you know,
so you was looking for the future. You was planning for the future, and so therefore that money wasn't good enough. And then you said, okay, and I'm about to pull it up on the board.
You can pull up. Do you also on here? I got some people text me saying that they cannot see the live if they're not friends with you. So you probably need to make it public.
It's on YouTube as well. I'll post it. I'll run a banner on the back.
Okay.
For my YouTube. It's on YouTube. It's on Fox Glen Marketing Facebook page, and it is on Facebook. It is on our Facebook now, actually our YouTube. So you can go to Fox Glen Marketing on YouTube, and you should be able to watch it live as well.
Okay, cool.
And I will run that banner across
Yeah, run that across. Okay, cool. And let me find a YouTube. You said Fox Glen
Marketing.
Marketing YouTube.
Mhm.
Okay.
I actually
Oh,
bring it up.
okay, cool.
Yeah. So at that time, how did even hear about PHP?
Hold on. Let me. I'm sorry, cause I'm posting this link on from thing to on here. So a friend of mine. So PHP is still purely for the most part is word of mouth, right?
There you go, right there. They actually can look, and it will be able to show you
Okay.
uh, the link to where we are on YouTube, so they can actually hear it.
Okay. So it's through a friend of mine.
Okay.
I've learned about the company. I've learned about PHP,
Okay.
and so my friend, he had somebody reach out to me,
Mm-hmm.
and so they reached out to me and saying, hey, I know a friend of yours. He said all these great things about you. Are you keeping your business options open? So at the time, I was looking for a new job.
Okay.
So I'm thinking this is a job opportunity, not a business opportunity.
Okay.
So yeah, man, I'm looking for a new job. X, Y, Z, blah, 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 blah. I get off the call. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm like, man, my boy, he looking out for me. He always looked out for me. He's God trusted. And when I was at NIPSCO, he even got me to that position I was at before I decided to leave.
Okay.
And so he told me about it. Well, he didn't tell me about it. So, man, I was on my way to the hospital. I don't know why I was in the hospital, going to the hospital. But anyways, so I called him the next day. Hey, what is this? PHP. I looked some stuff up. Hey, what is PHP?
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Saying it does find out weird. Insurance, financial service industry is a little vague about it. I was like, all right, I don't know, but I come out support, right?
Okay.
So I had to go out to Oak Brook, Illinois. So Oak Brook is hour 15 minutes, hour 30 minutes away from us.
Okay.
And it was on Saturday morning. I wasn't gonna go.
Okay.
Because I woke up and like, man, I'm tired. This is a Saturday. It's my day off. You want me to drive an hour 15, hour 30 minutes all the way out to Oak Brook, and I decided to go. But I had some skepticism. Like I said, I've never did anything that had any type of network marketing component to me. And a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions about network marketing anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really stayed away from it. I never did anything, never really had any business, wasn't even thinking about it. People were asking me once I got my CPA, hey, would you do taxes? I was like, man, I don't want to do taxes. Taxes are boring, And so I came out, I saw it. I was like, okay, cool. I like this. It makes sense. It makes sense to get involved in the industry. There's a lot of great things going on in the industry. Probably right now, one of the best industries to get in right now. Okay. Anything. If anybody looking to get into have a legit business and want to go into business, hands down, the insurance industry is the best industry right now to get in for anybody.
Now, you was trained, like when you took that step and your guy told you about this, jitters came around. Did you have enough savings? And were you prepared to take this leap? Was this a leap?
So yeah, so it took me 3 years to make the leap.
Okay.
After I got started.
Okay.
So it took me 3 years to make the leap.
Still working at NIPSCO.
Still working at NIPSCO. So when I got started, I really just wanted to make some part-time money.
Okay.
So I just wanted to get out of student loan debt, to be honest.
There you go.
So yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I had $70,000, $70,000 student loan debt.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it like, okay, I got another 20 years of paying this. I'm in my 30s at the time I'm looking at that. So I'm like, I'll be 52, 55 years old, posted on Facebook talking about, yeah, hooray, I just paid off my last student loan debt. And I was like, man, I don't want to be 55 still paying for student loan debt.
Also, you're going to have to worry about a mortgage.
Yeah, it was $600 a month. I was paying a mortgage already.
Kids, because you didn't have nothing. So I'm saying on the flip, for some other people, it becomes more to handle. Student loan debt.
Yes.
I had my first kid when I was 18 years old. So therefore, it was already $250,000 1,000, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm taking care of this kid from here on. You
Yeah.
already add that up on top of what I'm finna do.
Yeah, it's $250,000 to raise a kid from 0 to 18.
Now it's probably about 350.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
So every time it happens, I'm what I'm saying, cause I'm telling, we're having this conversation because also what we're doing is teaching young men. I'm trying to let them realize how things could be if you keep your pee-pee in your pants and structure your life a little bit better. It's no game. It's not a laugh.
It's not a laugh. I mean,
it's true because you can have those indulgements, but you have to watch out because if you're not preparing yourself, then you're going to either have a relationship that's not going to work out to where now you have a kid and a baby mother, maybe one or two, because you haven't managed yourself as a person. So this is about business development, but also it takes you to manage yourself and grow before you can even develop a business.
Well, that's what business is about. And people don't understand that. Business is more so about you becoming a better person than really running a top business.
I'm with you on that.
So if you can work on becoming
a better
person, showing up on time, holding to your word, working your work ethic, having discipline, having all these different things, then you can run a top business. So business all the time, again, it's not about that. It's about the person that you're going to become on your road to building a successful business. And the money is just a byproduct.
Okay.
That's what money is, but you're really want to focus on, okay, how can I become a better person? I don't work well at conflict. Okay, how can I improve on working with conflict? Okay, I got that down. You know what? My communication skills is not the best. How can I work on my communication skills? Okay, I think I got that down. Okay, how can I work on influencing people? How can I work on sales? How can I work on negotiations? Okay, let me read about this. Okay, I got that down. Okay, how can I build more leaders around me? Okay, I need to learn how to build leaders. Okay, I think I got this down. I'm reading books. I'm reading this. I'm putting people around me to teach me how to be a better leader and how to build more leaders. So business is about you duplicating yourself. So I don't know if you ever read Robert Kiyosaki's book Rich Dad Poor Dad.
I haven't, but you always suggest some books to me.
It's great. If anybody's starting off in business and want to go in business for themselves, that is one of like a foundational book that you need to read. Okay. So in Rich Dad Poor Dad, it talks about the cash flow quadrants. How do you make money in this country? And there's 4 ways to make money. You can make it as an entrepreneur, you can make it as a self-employed person, you can make it as a business owner, or you can make it as an investor. Okay. So the employee and the self-employed, in those 2 quadrants, it's very hard or darn near impossible to achieve financial independence from those quadrants. As an employee, it's very, very hard to achieve financial independence. You got to be like a C-level executive, that type of level to, make that kind of money. So it's very hard as an employee. If you're like, man, I want to become financially independent, you can't do that from the employee level. In the self-employed level, it's a different level. Yeah, you're running your own business, but you're self-employed. Okay. So he says it's not necessarily running a true business because, okay, if I get sick, what happens? Okay. If I go on vacation, what happens? I'm not making any money. So I got to stack my money up in order to go on vacation to make sure, because the business is going to be shut down. Okay. So he said, you want to look to become a business owner. Yeah. And what business owners look at, they look at a system in place. So he gives the example of McDonald's, and he says it in one of his books. He said, who can make a better burger than McDonald's? We probably all say, man, I can make a way more better burger than McDonald's.
It's not the burger that they go for.
It's not the burger that they go for. He said, but who can create a better system?
It's that business model in their system.
It's a business model in the system. So as a franchisee of McDonald's, you're purchasing a system from McDonald's. They're going to teach you how to run that system so you can run a successful business. So you need system and you need people to leverage. So then if you go on vacation, somebody else is running a business, you're still making money. Yeah. So you want to become a business owner. So you want to have people working for you.
Unless you get in the pandemic and then you end up getting to show up, because I've seen a lot of franchise owners and had to show up because now they have no employees.
Yeah. But the pandemic has changed a lot of things as well.
It has taught, and people have broadened their horizons of ways that they can work for themselves and also bring in the income that they can for that pay that they're making at those jobs.
Yeah. So I'm a proponent for somebody working for themselves, even a self-employed. That's a step.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to get to a place where you can scale your business, because he said where you want to get to is the investor area. And he said that's where true wealth starts to accumulate. And not just like, I'll say it anyways, not just like, you have everybody now want to invest in crypto, Bitcoin, or think they're a professional stockbroker and all this type of money, and you're just putting your little extra money in there. Yeah. That's cool. It'll grow over time, like over 20, 30 years. Yeah, you may have a nice lump sum. But what he's talking about, an investor, and I'll give example of a couple people like my CEO, and I've been on a couple occasions, but he bought this Wayne Gretzky card for $500,000 cash.
Okay.
I think he bought 2 cards. He sold the cards a year later for close to $2 million.
Did he foresee that value going?
He did not see I don't think he foresaw the value go. It was already, a $500,000 card, so he probably didn't foresee the value going up there. But he bought the card as a discount.
Okay.
So he had cash. He had cash on hand. So somebody had the card. They needed cash. He was like, well, okay, I'll sell the card for you for $500,000. Okay, wow. I have $500,000. Here you go. So I just invested into a card, and now a year later, I done made a $1.5 million profit.
Yes.
So you want to get to a place where you can invest in other businesses, other things like that, where more wealth can be created.
Not putting your money in a savings account.
Not putting your money in a savings account. You know what I'm saying? Like more wealth can be created, like off of that.
I'm with you. And going back to what you said about starting a business, about making yourself better at things, being on time and stuff like that. That's the main thing, and one of the main reasons I started this. I never wanted to come and do the podcast, but since I'm doing them, I figured out what would it take for me, or what am I going to get out of doing these?
Yeah.
And I tell my wife, I said, well, working on my speech, working on myself, getting better at talking. I'm already outgoing.
You are. But I've been watching. You got a good speaking voice.
And I want to get better at crafting myself at things, because we're living. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, well, if you're going to do it, make sure you do it and do it for a purpose and make it better.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to work on bettering myself and speaking and just being out there.
Yeah.
So, what you're saying, being on time with businesses and stuff like that. Communication is the key, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't communicate to where if something is going on, because we all have life situations, just communicate. We can get it resolved. We can make it happen. But communication is the key. I've been marketing probably about the same amount of time you have went into this direction.
Yeah.
Which was a little scary for me, but it wasn't, because it almost ended up, and I'm marketing hospice.
Yeah.
I market hospice right now for a company called Main Street Hospice. Love them. Love working for them. Love being there. I love working as a hospice marketer. I've seen Terry over the last 7 years, probably over 500 deaths or something.
Yeah.
But it's made me a better person. Appreciative of life.
I'm about to say, it makes you appreciative of life. It makes you think about a lot of different things when you're that close to death.
Yeah. But we've been there since we was younger and where we grew up from.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now at this age, it makes me appreciate it. I feel like God has gave me a different outlook in life and a different path from where who I used to be.
Yeah.
So every day, I've never wore
You don't dress like that, man.
And I
pulled up to the house. I said, man, you look like Mr. Wilder. Somebody's
still got a shirt, and I can't not.
I love it, though, man.
So it's a change in my life, and I appreciate that change from working in hospice. But I also realize it's 90% of dressing good will make me feel good in how I'm going to speak to others.
Yep.
I see you in the morning
and
you put your tie on. That's giving you that, ooh, I'm Chris. I feel good.
Yeah.
So now I can say what I need to say to you. My money is good. I'm getting paid good. Do you want to be a part of this?
Yeah. It's present. Like dressing makes you feel. I read another book I read, and I practice it even to this day. Gosh, I can't remember the book. I cannot remember the book. Let me see. I can't remember the book.
You're gonna have to just load me up with the books.
I can't remember the book. But she was talking about of how to walk into a room and immediately sort of demand respect. You know what I'm saying? And walk in the room with like respect and presence.
Yeah.
And so she was saying that we're a nation of slouchers.
Yeah.
So we normally just, as we walk, we slouch.
Yeah.
You know, we just slouch. We don't have good posture.
You see me trying to correct myself every time I'm doing this.
So you don't have good posture.
Yes.
So she said, in order to like correct that, she said, imagine, you know, we all know, like, you know, you go to circus, you have the trapeze act, right? Whatever that is. I can't say the right word, right?
Yeah.
So imagine walking through a door and you're about to bite the bar on the trapeze, right? And you bite. So one, it makes you smile. Two, it'll lift you up and you have correct posture. A lot of times, even if you're just having better posture, it helps with your mood.
It does.
If you're slouching, if you feel bad, I guarantee if you're just correct your posture a little bit, square your shoulders, smile a bit more, your mood will change 100%.
It changes others.
Yeah.
I did it yesterday at the grocery store. I had a nice shirt and a nice tie on, man, but I dress like that every day. And a lot of people that I walk around don't dress like that. The tie game has fell off, I guess, for a lot of older guys. But to me, that's always been the professional way in sales is to wear a tie, relax Friday. You know what I mean?
I have a friend who does marketing too as well. And I have never seen him without a suit coat. And he said he learned something. He said people treat you differently when you have a suit coat on.
They treat you differently when you have a tie on.
Yeah.
Because when you do this, you're too comfortable. You don't want to be sales, but you want to be professional.
Yes.
And it makes you look like you know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
It makes you say, hey, trust in what I'm saying, and I'm not trying to oversell you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to sit here and build because when you're so relaxed, you're almost cocky ego. Yeah, hey, man.
Yep.
I got you. Come on, it's gonna happen. But no, professional, caring. It gives you a different sense of pride in how you're conducting business with your customer.
Yep.
You know, I did that yesterday, is what you're saying. By walking into the grocery store, because I knew I was the best dressed guy in the damn grocery store.
Yep.
So I had my shoulders up and I walked. And I got these shoes on it. Sound like boots. So as I'm walking, people are looking. But I put my head up and I let them clack. Because I want people to see, who is this guy with these clacking shoes?
People gonna look anyways because you're a big guy.
They are. Light skin.
Big light skin, high yellow guy. At that.
But if I was dressed with my t-shirt on and my jogging pants, it would be a difference.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%.
I get a difference in look and respect and appearance and, you know, how someone feels unthreatening.
Yeah.
I'm not threatening.
Yeah.
I like that. So, you know, I know what you're saying. Keep your, you know, show a sense of presence. Keep your head up when you walk around, and then things will work out better. Let's get into insurance, man.
Let's get into it, man.
Let's talk about the insurance.
I like to talk about it. I like to talk about it.
So
I like to talk about it.
What is life insurance, man? What is life insurance?
So, in essence, life insurance is basically you transferring risk to the insurance company.
Okay.
So it's risk that you're transferring, saying, if I'm no longer here, what happens to my family? How will my family be taken care of? That's all life insurance is about. It's income replacement. Okay. So I normally tell people life insurance for people that love their family. So because if you're no longer there, this stay for most people. You don't even have to think about if I'm no longer here. Just think about if your income is gone.
Yeah.
How does that currently affect your household?
Yeah.
What would that do for your household?
Yeah.
Financially,
yeah.
Would I put you back? Would I put you in jeopardy of losing a home? What type of financial strains you have? Mm-hmm. So if you're basically you're making sure that the people that you love and care about the most is taken care of, and you're transferring that risk to the insurance company to say, hey, you know what? I'll pay you this amount of money for this kind of policy. It could be a term policy, which is, you want to say like a temporary policy. Okay. It's something that you rent. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't own it. So it's something that you rent for a number of years. Okay. Something happened to me in this number of years. You have to pay my family X, Y, and Z money. Okay. If nothing happens in these number of years, if I'll outlive this policy, then, you know, if I pass the next day after this policy is done in our contract, then you're not obligated to pay anything out. Okay. So that's your most basic kind of policy. That's a term.
Now, my next question was, what's the difference between term and whole life?
So a lot of people understands term and whole life, but it's not necessarily term and whole life. It's term and permanent insurance. Okay. So there's a company out there, I don't want to say their names, but they only sell term policies, which I have nothing against the company, because if that company never existed, the company I work for now that has allowed me to go in business for myself, that company wouldn't be here. So it's a great company. Okay. But they've talked so much about having term and don't get whole life. Okay. Whole life is a bad policy. Don't get whole life, only get a term. So most people in their mind only think about term and whole life. Well, it's term and then there's permanent insurance. Okay. And under permanent insurance, you have a whole life policy, you got a universal life policy, you got an index universal life policy, so you got all these different kinds of permanent policies that you have. Okay. So a permanent policy, you own it. Okay. So, and you keep it until you pass away, unless you stop making payments on the policy. Okay. But as long as you make payments on the policy, and then there's other kinds of permanent policies that you can make payments into it, and then you can stop and let your cash value take care of the payments. Okay. So you can eventually stop making payments on these policies. Okay. So whole life is something that you own, where for the most part, that, you know, just as long as you pay, you know, your family would get a death benefit to go to them.
What age do you think someone should start, at least, you know, do you think it's demographically structured to where, you know, someone in Louisiana in the woods or something like that, man, you know, young black kids or even white or Hispanic, you know, all cultures, what age do you think someone should start purchasing life insurance for someone?
So I think that a parent should purchase life insurance on their kids to have a policy, even if they're a writer. So the younger you are, you should have a policy, because it costs way less the younger you are. The older you get, the more longer you take, is going to be more expensive. Okay. Right. So, you know, if you have kids, you know, get a policy on your children. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of stuff you can do with these policies as well. So not just you can just get the policy on your kid, like you can use your permanent policies to build a college fund for them. And or if they decide not to go to college, it could be like, hey, you know what? I've been paying on this. There's 10 G's in your cash value right now. You can decide to take over this. And if you pay X, Y, and Z amount, by the time you're 50, 60, you'll have $1 million in this account. Or you can decide to cancel it, take the 10 G's right now, and just use it however you want to use it for. Okay. So there's a lot of things you can do with it. But I would say, like, if somebody's planning on having a family, like they know I'm going to have a family, then you need to get insurance as soon as you can, like, afford a policy on your own.
Now, is cash value a good thing or a trap?
It just depends, man. I think it just depends. I think it is an excellent thing.
Okay. Well, why do you think cash value is excellent?
So I think it's excellent because we've been sold on a 401k, which is probably, in my opinion, the worst form of retirement savings that you can have. Okay. And so here's the reason why I say this, and because we're not educated about it, nobody sits down. I didn't know about this, and I'm an accountant. I'm an accountant. I'm a certified public accountant too as well. So I have one of the highest certification in accounting that you can have. Wow. I have that too as well. Wow. So you have to learn a little bit about money about being an accountant. I've learned nothing about what I've learned.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, right.
I put it like this. I've always wanted to just get that one lottery ticket that says $65 million. And guess who I was going to hire as my accountant?
Me.
You're right. Good. Make sure I don't spend all of this, baby.
So here's why I'm not a fan of a 401k.
Okay.
It's not for the employee. One, it's for the employer. So the employer actually gets more benefits because they're getting more write-offs.
Okay.
Now,
why? How would I get? Because of the money is coming.
Because if they're matching, so they're able to write that off if they're matching.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if they're matching, they're able to write that off. And then also a 401k wasn't made for your average American.
Okay.
Your 401k was created for high income people that is already paying a lot in taxes that they can put this money away to help reduce their tax bills.
Okay.
It come tax time. So we're sold on, okay, you put your money in this 401k, it's going to go in pre-tax, and then you're going to save money on taxes, right? But nobody ever tells you or talks to you about, well, what happens when I retire and take this money out? So I tell people a lot of times, and I ask people a lot of times when I'm sitting down and talking, hey, where do you feel taxes are going to be higher? So I ask you, where do you feel taxes are going to be in the future? Higher, lower, or the same?
Higher,
right?
Yeah.
So if you're putting your money in a place where
you ever think it's going to go down? Nothing ever goes down.
I don't think it's going to go. I definitely 100% is going higher. 100%.
And then it might fall.
And then it falls, but it has to, because if not, the country, because we're in so much debt, we'll be in trouble. So one, in order for the country to get out of debt, they got to raise taxes. They got to figure out a way. They're going to raise taxes. Taxes going up. So one, you got to look at that. We're not taught to look at taxes. One. So if I'm putting my money in a vehicle where they're saying, I'll postpone your taxes 30 years down the line, but taxes are going to get higher, who's getting screwed?
The people.
The people are getting screwed, right?
Yeah.
So then the other thing I have against it is that you're putting your money in a place where overnight it can be gone.
Take away from.
I'm a fan of stocks. I have nothing against stocks. But if you're putting your serious money and all your hopes and dreams in that place,
401k,
a 401k, no,
it always go up and it always
goes and go down. Now the stock is, over the long term, you're having your money in stocks. You're going to make some money. The issue is you don't know when the stock market is going to go down. So it could go down when you're about to retire and you lose 25%, 50% of your retirement, of your 401k, and you're like, crap. I lost 10 years of income that I was planning on living off of.
There you go. So I done busted my hump.
It busted my hump, right?
Thought that it was going to be a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. All of a sudden, it was a sunny day and no rainbow, no gold.
Exactly. So that's why I feel like 401k. And plus, you can't touch it until you're 59 and a half. Or you get a 10% penalty.
You get a penalty.
Or you got to take a loan out against it and you got to pay it back. Right? You got to take a loan out against it and you got to pay out your own money, right?
There you go.
So you really don't even have access to your savings to do things that you really want to do if you need to do it, right? So I teach people of how to use life insurance. I learned this about life insurance. Like, so you can use life insurance to put your money away in a place where it's safe, but you're still getting like market-like returns.
Okay.
So imagine you saying, Jackie, if you put your money with me, I can give you a portion of the market returns, but none of the losses. And over the last 20 years, the average return has been maybe around, anywhere between 5 and 8%. But you're guaranteed not to lose, right? So now I can put somebody in a position where they can get a conservative return. And conservative is not a bad word, by the way. Conservative don't mean you make money. It's just going to mean you're making constant money, more so. So I can put somebody in a position where they can have their serious money in place that when the market goes up, they make money. And when the market goes down, they don't lose money, right? So now they protected their money.
Yeah.
And I gave them a position where they can grow. Two, when they come to take out the money and ready to take out the money, they can pull that money out tax free.
Okay.
So they don't pay no money to Uncle Sam. Now you have to do a loan against that money,
Oh.
but more technical side in insurance, there's a way you can get around having like to pay that money back, but that's more technical. So now I've helped somebody avoid taxes if taxes are going to go higher, right?
Okay.
The other thing is, growing up, you know, we never heard Paul talk about that much about money, but we never heard like our grandparents talk about 401ks or having savings, right?
Not at all.
What they talked about was, I'm going to have this much money every single month. So they get a pension.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm going to get $3,000 every month.
He got a pension.
Yeah, I'm going to get $4,000 every month. I'm going to get $5,000 every month. So they have guaranteed income. Well, you no longer have guaranteed income no more. So like if you can bring in a stream of income that you can guarantee for the rest of your life, I think a lot of people would want that.
Yeah.
So not only now with insurance, one, I'm giving you a place where you can put your hard-earned money and you can protect your hard-earned money and let it grow without ever worrying about, man, the market's going to crash. By the way, another 2 or 3 years, everybody's saying the market is going to crash big time because the market's been on a tear.
Mm-hmm.
So the market has been growing the last 10, 11, 12 years. So most of the time, a market will grow anywhere between 8 to 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
and then it will crash because it has to correct itself.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen a correction yet. So the market has been on a tear for a good while. So there's a big time correction coming for people who have a lot of their money in the market.
Mm-hmm.
So one, people money is protected from the loss of the market. 2, they don't have to worry about paying a big tax bill when they take the money out.
Okay.
3, I can help them turn that money into income for the rest of their life, and it'll be tax-free income.
Okay.
So instead of like, it's sort of like like a pension almost, right?
Yeah.
So you get a pension, say you get a pension.
Yeah.
$3,000, right? Every single month. You have to pay taxes on that pension.
Okay.
Right? So it's $36,000, but you got to pay taxes on that $36,000. So in actuality, you're not getting $36,000, right?
Yeah.
How it's structured people through life insurance, you could get $36,000 and it's $36,000 because you don't have to pay taxes on that money.
Yeah, because if it's 36,000, you probably end up with 24.
Yeah, you probably end up with 24. So I'm allowing you to keep $1,000 in your pocket. Yeah. So, but I wasn't taught this. Nobody sat down and hey, this is, you need to maybe look at this option. Not forsake the option. Like if somebody's matching your 401k, man, take advantage of the match. Yeah. But that's it. Don't put more money in. Find other places, find other avenues where you can get tax advantage
and growth
and growth
and not a deduction when the market crash.
Yeah, not a deduction when the market crash. So like a lot of people are going.
See, I'm learning as I'm listening.
Yeah. So a lot of people are, like I'm telling you, the next 2 or 3 years, a lot of people are going to be hurt.
Yeah.
A lot of people and they won't and most majority of Americans is unprepared for it.
They are, just like they are unprepared for the winter time and the boats not being at the ports right now, and they're thinking that Christmas is just going to be just so lovely. They're living, in this way to where like I want to get back to reality, but reality is we're still living in the era of a pandemic and a virus that is real, and if you don't believe it, then that's on you. Everybody got their own choice.
Yeah, everybody have their own choice about that.
And I know if Sam's Club only letting me walk out with 1 pack of toilet paper, it's got to be something wrong, fam.
No, like I said, pandemic has changed
a lot.
But here's my hope. Here's really my hope from this, that people finally wake up and realize that it's not up to the government, it's not up to their job or anybody to come rescue them. Mm-hmm. It's up to them. Mm-hmm. Like I'm honestly, I'm not a fan of the $15 minimum wage. Mm-hmm. I don't believe it helps nobody, by the way, because say McDonald's starts charging $15 an hour. Guess what they're gonna do?
They're gonna raise their food prices.
They're gonna raise their food prices. So everybody get hurt. You make $15 an hour. It's
gonna be $1 burger, baby.
Yeah. They raise it up. So although you're making more money, you got to pay more for stuff now.
I'm not a fan of it either.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why. And don't get it wrong. You know what I'm saying? I bust my hump, fam. I bust my ass for my degree. I was dyslexic.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had tutors and all of that shit. Y'all didn't think I was gonna graduate high school, let alone college.
I thought you was gonna graduate college. I have faith in you, cuz. Hey, I didn't know that. So
I know you did, but a lot of people did. If you would have said Jackie Roper, college, graduation, come on, baby.
Yeah.
Truthfully. So that being said, failure was not an option for me. I failed the second grade.
Okay.
And that pain made me say, no more failure on nothing no more. I won't fail.
I forgot you failed the second grade.
Exactly. Because me and James were supposed to graduate.
You were supposed to graduate in 96.
Yes, I was. Yeah. Miss Foster. Love you, Miss Foster. I ain't got no heart. Lindy, I love your mama still. Rest in peace, baby. Yeah, man, straight up. But all of the things that you go through is either going to make you better or it's going to make you softer. You can either regret it, you know what I'm saying? But everything I've been through got me to where I am right now. You know what I'm saying? Blessing, you know, to even be here. You know, because all the stuff that I have done to just, you know, the roads, to be able to put on a shirt and a tie. Terry, I love it every morning. And I walk to the end every night with my shirt, my tie.
You do.
It's like, hey, Jack, you could be that guy at McDonald's. But I would have to take that. And I would have to take that money they gave me because I have to try something else.
Yeah.
Even with a college degree, when I finished college, I wasn't getting paid what I wanted to get paid.
Yeah.
So I went and got a trade after I graduated college. Who the fuck does that? I did.
I remember that you was doing the irony.
I was doing honors in college because I got kicked out for a semester. But I picked that trade up. Actually, my brother-in-law, Kel, was making hell of a lot of money, more than I was after I graduated, as maintenance.
Yeah.
And so I said,
that's the guy. I respect the heck out of Kel. Big shout out to Big Kel.
Shout out to Big Kel.
Shout out to Big Kel.
Because if you don't learn from him, you a fool.
Yeah.
So I graduated from college. He's doing maintenance. I'm working with kids and stuff. Ain't paying me crap. Shout out to everybody who work with kids, but man, parents, take care of your own kids. Straight up. That ain't no job to have. Take care of somebody else's kids. So he got me into, he said, hey man, why don't you go get your HVAC certification? Terry, I went to go get an HVAC certification with a bachelor's degree. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I wanted more money.
Yeah.
And I needed to find out a different avenue before I got stuck in an avenue, which is watching kids, having my own kids. So now I'm dealing with the issues of somebody else's kids and then coming home to my own kids. That's not a good balance.
Yeah.
Plus the pay suck.
Yeah.
But going back to that minimum wage, all it goes to is the choices that you make, because there's so many jobs and there's so much opportunity. You never have to get stuck in those jobs. Those jobs are for you to sit here and say, what's my next step?
Yeah.
You're supposed to be flipping that burger thinking about, I'm finna do something else.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna make this burger the best damn burger.
I said, hey, I'm gonna just flip that and I'll stay here a little bit longer.
That's all.
You know
a little bit longer.
You know what I'm saying?
I can set a plan for my next venture.
Yeah. Yeah, so I understand that. Here's why I'm against the $15 hour minimum wage. There's this guy named Jim Rohn. I think that's his name. I listened to him on YouTube. I haven't listened to him in a while, but I listened to him on YouTube. And very successful. He's passed away, but very successful guy, motivational speaker. But he teach about just your mindset and how you want to focus. And one thing he says, he's always said is that you get paid according to the value that you bring to the marketplace. Mm-hmm. So if you just want to make more money, become more valuable.
Yeah.
So $15 an hour is already on the pay scale. Mm-hmm. So if you want to make $15 an hour, go become more valuable. Yeah. If you want to make $30 an hour,
become more valuable.
Go. If you want to make 100, 120,
become more valuable.
200, 2,000 an hour,
valuable
become more valuable.
There you go.
It's already there. You can do it. So why even minimize yourself to only think that you're worth only $15 an hour? That's crazy.
That's crazy. Because you're the one that set yourself to where your standards is on what that pay is. You see what I'm saying? So now you're asking for a small, actually these jobs you know, I'm not even tripping, man, because a lot of people, some people get to that retirement and then they say, man, I still have to work. I'm trying to retire and retire. I'm not trying to retire and then go work.
Yeah.
And open it. I'm done. I want to really retire, hammer, wake up in the morning, fish. I want to have that freedom.
Retire, man.
Terry, I think you're trying to do something where it will be a retirement. Your cash will still, you would like to just see the cash come into your account. And if cash is coming into your account, that's not retirement for you. Those are type of jobs. If you don't have to get up and do this or do anything, that's retirement, baby. But if that bank account goes to ching, ching, ching.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Those are the jobs that you not want to wake up and sling a hammer.
No, I don't want to wake up and sling a hammer. And I don't think in my 60s, maybe, but probably I have a different role. But maybe in my 60s, I may not be as willing to work the number of hours that I'm working now, so that I can have a better 60. Like the funny, there's a lot of stuff that you learn about entrepreneurship. That's it's a lot, and it's also some stuff that we don't think of. So I'm right now, I'm working for the 65-year-old me.
Okay, is that your retirement age?
I don't think that's my retirement age. Because I'm gonna have multiple businesses.
I feel you on that.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that's my retirement age. I think I may be in a more position where I'm on boards and being on different kinds of boards, and I'm like at that level, maybe, possibly
I'm with you.
At that level.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? But I want to put in the work now that my 65-year-old self will say, Terry, I'm proud of you, and I'm glad that you're doing the work now that you did the work in your 30s, because now I'm living a better life. I don't want my 65-year-old me to say, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like if you can go in the future and meet your 65-year-old self at your current rate of what you're living right now, would he be grateful or would he be pissed off at you?
Mine would be grateful. At 65, because I'm always striving for something else, and I really hear you. It's never no end of the road, and you always are trying to educate yourself until they put you in the ground. So at 65, I might be wanting to try to teach some people of my experience and tell. I'm 65 motivational speaker. I can see myself still trying to motivate someone into being a better them.
Yeah.
Taking what I've learned and saying, hey,
exactly, and that's what it's about. Is taking the next,
but also getting paid for it.
Of course, ain't nothing free.
Hey,
ain't nothing free.
These are $500 sessions, baby.
Ain't nothing free. Yeah, but having your own business is the way to go.
It is.
It's definitely it's scary, but if you can overcome that. And if you can overcome your limiting beliefs that you have in yourself, man, I don't think I can run a business. I don't think I could do this. I don't think I could do that. If you can, one of my mentors told me you're one limiting belief away from changing your life.
Okay. Just
one, whatever that may be, whatever you think you can't do, whatever it could be, a limited belief of you thinking. Maybe you maybe it's like, you know what, if you let your dyslexia keep you from doing what you have done so far.
Hell, it's still come around.
Yeah, it's still come around, but you sort of have overcome that, and constantly is overcoming that.
It could disabilities can either scare you away or make you better. Sometimes I still read numbers backwards, man, and I don't even be tripping over it no more. To me, it's like, hey, I wrote.
It's
you
life.
Son of a gun.
I honestly believe that there's literally no excuse as to why you cannot make it in life and achieve your dreams and goals. None. Whatever it is, there's none. There's because there's a lot of people I was at one of my company's convention, and they brought this guest speaker in. This guy had no arms, no legs.
Okay.
But he's
quadriplegic.
He's a world-renowned motivational speaker.
Okay.
And makes millions of dollars. So no arms, no legs,
and a millionaire.
Mm-hmm. How many obstacles this guy had to come over to do that?
To get all
that. And we got the activities of our limbs, hands, feet, everything else.
And so that being said, he would give up all of that money to have all. Do you think?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Because the money ain't. I think it's times where he probably sit and be like, I would give all of this.
Maybe, possibly. I don't know. I think, but I think how he would look, and this is what I'm learning about successful people. They appreciate the journey. So he probably would think that if I did have arms and legs, I wouldn't be at this position and this place in my life.
Mm-hmm. But shit, hell, kiss my ass on this position. I'd rather be, I could be homeless under a bridge, bro, but I got my limbs.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I could.
I don't know. You know, he loves his life. He has a great life. He's happy.
That I'm not saying that because he has learned to live with it. But it's sometimes that man sits down.
Oh no, I know he probably
he sits there
like, I wish I can do this. He has kids. He's married, has kids. So of course he's probably. I wish I
wonder how that was.
Well, I said he had no arms, no legs. I didn't say he didn't have
no.
I didn't. You know, it still worked good for him.
It still
worked good for him.
But dang, just thinking of that, like in porn side, that is crazy. I'm so sorry, viewers. Yeah. But all right. But yeah. Anything that you want to talk about the company, man? I do have your website.
Man. Let me just share some information about the about the company, man, because it's a phenomenal company, man, and it's a great company of what they're doing, both for allowing people to have an opportunity to go into business for themselves, and also bringing financial awareness to our communities. So right now, so I'm in, we talk about life insurance. I'm an insurance agent. So one of the main things that's going on in our industry is that we don't have enough agents in our industry to meet the growing demand and growing population of our country.
Okay.
Also, what's going on in our industry is that we have a lack of diversification or diversity in our industry. So your average agent don't look like you, me, or a lot of people. Your average agent is like 50, early 60 Caucasian male.
Okay.
So it's very hard for him to get into the African American community. It's very hard for him to get into the Hispanic community.
Yeah.
Very hard for him to get in these other minority communities. So we need to bring in more diverse people so these communities can go get this information, because life insurance is an important thing for families.
It is.
And so the more minorities that we can bring into this industry, and then also show them the benefits of being in this industry, the amount of money that you can make in this industry, that you can be in business for yourself, that you can have a business that you can pass down to your family, and share with them about the benefits about becoming an insurance agent. So this information is getting out to our community. I just did a appointment with a young lady a couple of days ago, and I was referred to by one of my agents, and I was telling her about, hey, you know what, our company is made up of, I think it's like 43% Hispanic, 35% African American. I think it's 10% Caucasian that our company is made out of. Like, you don't see a lot of companies like that. And so she was like, and we were talking about, she was, you're right. I said, what's the likelihood of you sitting down having a conversation with somebody about life insurance? She was like, you know what, that the likelihood of that is highly unlikely. But because I've recruited more agents that look like us, I can get into my community and help my community out.
Okay. Yeah, and that's the truth. And that's where and it goes the same for me with marketing hospice. When I got into this 7 years ago, I was the only black face running around here selling hospice, man. From Muncie to Anderson, and I go to all of these networking events, and I would see me as the only one.
Yeah.
But it also made me proud, because I knew it was a demographic that wasn't getting reached to. And I also knew that, hell, I'm colorblind. My first hospice referral, was from a middle-aged older white guy, and me and this guy built a bond to where I used to watch March Madness with him. Man, he stayed around for about 3 years, on hospice, on and off, on and off. But I would go watch March Madness with him, kick it, bring him chicken, and we'd have just a good time. He didn't really have no one in his family around, so I've been the last person that some of these people then latched on to like they friend. That tears me sometimes. But hell, I don't even know where I'm going from even telling you this story, because that was my guy.
Yeah.
What was you saying so I can get back on track?
No, I was, gosh, I can't remember what I ended off of. About just offering opportunities and then reaching our communities, because there's not enough. So I think you're talking about you being an area of a demographic that you
my referrals mostly come from our people, man. They so skeptical of hospice. They got a stigma attached to it that they scared of it. First thing they think is morphine. We're gonna shoot you up, you gone. And that's not the truth, man. There's so many benefits that we gotta realize. We can't pray some of these terminal illnesses away.
No, we can't. God ain't gonna come down and heal everybody.
He's not.
And you know me, I'm Jesus.
Come on,
I'm a Jesus freak.
You know that.
You know that.
I know you are. And our people get into a belief at our last to where sometimes our families are our deflective way of us going in peace and comfort, because they don't understand that transition. But it's going to happen, but you so torn that it's either happening at this time and not at the time you expect it to happen. A lot of us is not going to live that full 96 plus life or 90-year-old life like our grandfather did. You see what I'm saying? So it's a preparation, such as this life insurance is what you're talking about, to make sure that, hey, when your time comes, you're prepared. Some people don't have a burial expense. Nothing covered.
Yeah, but like I said, it's just not the burial expense, man. It's I want us to think far past burial expense. Stop thinking about ourselves. Like, a lot of people get so selfish. I've sat with people down and like, well, this is how much I want. I don't want to make my children rich. Why not? Why not give them a step up than what you had?
I ain't giving them nothing.
You should give them something.
Look, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna give my kids, man. If I even hit the millions, dog, because kids nowadays, I can't wait. Right now, family. When you had yours is right now finna be in a generation of so much confusion and conflict to where they all learning from these things. Kids ain't what we are no more.
Yes, but it's the parents' job to guide that, though. It is. It's the parents' job to guide that.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna tell you about guidance.
Okay.
Let me tell you about guidance. You, as your own man, regardless of what your mama and your daddy taught you, you still could make a choice. So therefore, in guidance is always perception of what's best for me. We can lay these tools and these seeds, man, but if they grasp onto them is a whole nother thing. Because for one, it goes down to individualism. These kids now have their own. Look at all three of my kids. They all different.
Yeah.
4 I have.
Yes.
The oldest one tried to guide him. That son bitch told me, Daddy, I have to figure it out myself. I said, figure what out? Every obstacle and fire I done ran through, Fro, and they can tell you the ones I went through, son. You have to figure nothing out. Daddy can tell you. I have 2, 3 more in there. My daughter is a trip. Don't know what she's gonna be in life. I just pray for her. Justin, cool. I hope he cool.
Cool. Oh, yeah.
You already know.
But No. Here's the thing. So let me ask it. So I'm dating somebody, right? Looking to get married. So you gonna have a little cousin, right? New
there we
family,
go.
right?
I'm waiting for you to come.
So she has 2 kids, right? So the oldest is 16, 17. She has an 8-year-old. So the 8-year-old is focused, like she likes the social media. So we have to watch that. Like we have to watch the modern tech. But she's out. Okay, I've been told to get back to life shit. I've been told I just got a text to get back to life. We'll get back. This is a podcast, guys. A podcast. Come on, get back to life shit. But she's headstrong, which is not a bad thing.
It's not.
So our job is to help her, teach her how to use that, not to take it out of her, is to teach her how to use that and show her how she can benefit that and use that when she becomes an adult. So I was told I got a message of getting back to life insurance. That was the message that I got from people.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, y'all. If y'all want us to get back to life insurance, y'all need to comment. Y'all need to send my cousin a message. If y'all don't have it, if y'all don't have it, y'all need to make sure that y'all are letting y'all people know that he can provide it for y'all.
So let me get back to life insurance. Let me get back to life insurance about not just burial.
Should I go back to your website?
You can pull it up, if you want to. Yeah, you can pull it up. So it's one is not just burial. 2 is one leaving a legacy for your family, especially if you go too soon. So we don't know when we're gonna go. You can't plan death.
Okay.
So you have to be prepared for it. So it's also making sure that your family, the people that you leave behind, is taken care of. But also think of it if how much more our community would be like the African American community would be better if more people left life insurance to their loved ones.
I'm with you on that.
Can you imagine how much more money goes into our community?
I'm with you on that. But I want them, it's like, it's hard, man. I hear a lot of these millionaires now saying they not really leaving their kids too much money behind because of, how spoiled the kids is, man. And they want them to really try to figure out a way for themselves. It's different in the Black community. I would love to leave my kids in a way till they can at least have a start in life. So that's it. You know what I mean? At least a chance, man, to say, hey, all right, I got some of these bills taken care of. Daddy left me some money to where, man, I can get a house or something established in my life.
Imagine this. Put it like this. Imagine you leave something to them and they get a house. And maybe they don't live in a house, much long, but they maybe have something they can start a rental property or sell it. Like for example, I'm thinking about selling my place. The market is going crazy. So I'm thinking about selling my place right now that I have, and I'm looking to maybe make double for what I paid off of it. So if I pay that's more cash in mine that I have. Imagine that happens to you. Set up Justin that way, you set up Cool that way. You know what I'm saying? Set up Jolie that way. Like you set them up in that position that they can at least have a step up, because us as African Americans, for years we haven't had a step up.
I'm with you on that, and I can't really sit here and think about what they would do with it if I left it for them. That's not my. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but here's the thing: would you rather leave something for them? And they do either they do the right thing with it, or even if they do the wrong thing with it. But imagine you leave nothing for them. You don't even give them a chance to do something with it.
I'm with you on that. So
you know what I'm saying?
I'm 10,000 a pop, man, or more. Yeah, I want to be able to lead them that, making sure nobody has to cover no costs for me to get buried, the house to be paid.
Yeah, the house paid off.
Tiffany is okay. You know what I'm saying?
You have to look at all that. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine losing, like say you lose Tiffany.
Yeah.
Say Tiffany passed away at a young age. I hope Tiffany not living. Tiffany, just use it as an example. We love you, Tiffany.
No, Tiffany don't go nowhere.
We love you, Tiff, right? Right.
Accidental coverage.
Right.
So that's what we was gonna get to. Accidental coverage. That's accidental coverage, right?
No, that's life insurance.
That's life insurance.
That's life insurance.
But so on top of that life insurance, do you add accidental coverage?
I normally do not add life insurance. You can add accidental coverage, but I choose life insurance over accidental coverage because accidental coverage is like you die like an accident, like a car accident or something like that.
Okay.
So, but if you have a heart attack, stroke, get cancer, or something like that, accidental coverage doesn't pay out. Okay. Life insurance pays out if you die in an accident or you die in national college, somebody shoot and kill you. Okay. It's gonna pay out. It's gonna pay out
so
regardless.
Not all accidental insurance covers heart attacks, strokes, or
none covers that. None of it.
Wow.
None of it. And so people don't know that. I've sat down with somebody a month ago, and she had a relative that passed away
from a heart attack,
for some type of medical condition. She was young,
and she thought that
they thought she was covered under accidental death insurance, and she wasn't covered because accidental death insurance doesn't cover that.
Wow. Okay.
So, but getting back to just having a broader area of life insurance of what it can do. Say you lose Tiffany. How many days you get off work for losing your wife? Do you know? Would you say maybe about 5 days?
I wouldn't even care.
You wouldn't even care. But would you want the option to be able to choose when you want to go back to work?
I probably ain't going back.
Okay, yeah, right. You probably ain't going there. So how would the bills get taken care of?
I ain't worried about the bills.
Why? Because you still,
life can be life right
we
there.
love Tiff. He'll be heartbroken, right? But life insurance will make sure you don't have to worry about that. If you want to go back to work, you can go back to work. If you don't want to go back to work, hey, I'm taking leave of absence for a year. I'm about to figure out what I'm gonna do with me and my family. A lot of people don't have that choice. A lot of people have to go back to work after they lose a loved one, after they lose a wife, after they lose a kid, after they lose somebody, and they're still trying to process what happens, and they don't have that time to process.
It all depends on what you want in your life. See, my thing is, man, I've had nothing, and I can live with little to nothing.
Yeah, I understand.
So therefore, if I'm striving for the bigness stuff, then it's like, yeah. But then other than that, Jack can sit here and be like, all right, these kids is old enough. You need to get you a job.
Yeah, now the kids are old enough. Yeah, they can.
I'm saying even old enough to where you good to go to the bathroom by yourself. We gonna be good in this 2-bedroom apartment. I don't want no more out of life, but putting some food on the table, keeping a roof over our heads, and now it's your time to make your journey in life. But I'm gonna take care of you.
And given I gotta get more insurance now. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get married. But my majority, I don't think I need to add some more people. But
did you just say you're about to get married? Because I didn't really. I think that's just
next year. Yeah, next year.
So when did all of this?
We gotta talk about life insurance.
Stay on life
we gotta talk about life insurance.
We gotta
talk about life insurance.
You getting the text? We can't go off subject.
Not love life.
Man.
Life insurance and entrepreneurship.
Next week we will be talking about Terry's love life.
We're gonna go about love life next week.
It's gonna be a love life show. We will be talking about his love life. Okay, let's get back to insurance, man. Do you want me to play one of these videos or something?
Yeah, you can play one of the.
My son, I got my life insurance.
Yeah, play one of the testimonial videos. Play the one the African American lady. That one right there. Where you at? Right there. Click on that one. No.
This one.
No, go up.
This one.
Go up. Right above. Yeah, she right above the guy. Okay. No.
That's not her.
Up. No, her. That one.
I'm playing it.
Play that.
Okay.
Will they be able to hear it?
They should be able to. Let me make sure.
Can you guys hear?
Let me turn it up.
Hey guys, my mama watching me. She told me to go back to life insurance. Mom, text me. Can you hear? Can you hear?
Level rider. He stunt rode. He did a lot of different things, and it was a lot of fun. We ended up getting married, and we had a little girl named Madison, who's 6 now. And then we decided to have another little girl. And
this one a testimonial video. She's actually at age what I come
now. And it was just such a blessing. It was only 18 days after.
Mom said she can't hear.
First started.
Mom said she can't hear the video.
We actually weren't going to have a birthday party for our daughter because I was on.
She said she can hear now. Mom said she can hear now. And Karen said she can hear now too as well. She lost her husband. But I believe he had life insurance. So she was able to take time off work, process things, get back on her feet and things of that nature. I do believe that. I'm trying to think. Dude, I can't remember. But she got remarried. They do very well for themselves. They do very well for themselves right now with our company. They make over $300,000 a year.
I'm still working this board.
They said they can hear it.
They can hear it.
Okay. Yeah, they said they can hear it.
I can't hear it.
They said they can hear it.
Okay, we'll let them listen to it. Oh, did I click off of it? Oh man.
Oh, they can't hear now. They can't hear now. They can't hear no more.
They can hear. It's been cool, cuz.
Yeah. Can y'all hear now? Let us know. Is this thing plugged up here? Is this here? Can I charge this? If I plug this in, I need some juice on my phone. Let me see. No. Yeah, I didn't think about having my computer up there.
Are they still able to hear?
Nope, they can't hear.
All right. Well, we'll just come on back.
Yeah, we'll just come on back. We'll just come on back.
All right. All right. Can y'all hear us now? Here we go. Oh man,
yeah, they can hear us now.
It was a good session, man.
I enjoyed myself, cuzzo.
I really did, man. I wish they could have seen the testimonial video from her. I'm still working the soundboard.
Yeah,
I appreciate
like
y'all. But y'all can
be patient. Be patient.
Y'all can also go to the website anytime on PHP and
phpagency.com.
And check out the link, the website, the testimonials. If you need to talk to Terry at any time, please just reach out to him. You can reach out to me if you need his information. Please consider life insurance for your loved ones.
Yeah,
and also
give me a call. Look me up on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. About to get on TikTok. I got a TikTok account and I just need to start doing some TikToks.
Tiki-taki.
But you want to give me a call, 219-616-0481. 219-616-0481.
Repeat that one more time.
219-616-0481. Looking for life insurance, or are you looking for opportunity? You want to go in business, man? I'm telling you guys should really consider going into business in the insurance industry. Right? You should highly consider going into the insurance industry.
Yeah, that's Terry's number at the bottom of the screen. Please call him. If you got any questions about it, man, just reach out. We probably have him on again, and he'll probably bring on some other people to talk more in depth about it. It's always a pleasure for y'all to come out. I'm hoping that everybody enjoyed the podcast tonight. I hope it was very informative. I got to learn more about my cousin that I didn't know.
Me too.
His journey, the things that he have done, the way he has structured himself as a man, thinking ahead. You should take heed to some of the stuff he said, young gentlemen. Make sure that you prepare yourself in life prior to, making kids. Just make a way for your kids. That's the first the step. Make a way for your kids. You gotta make a way for yourself before you make a way for them. So, you know, it's a tough world out here. Cousin, you got any shout outs or anything you want to say before you leave? Auntie, thanks for watching.
Yeah, shout out to my mama. Shout out to my mama. Shout out to my soon to be baby mama. She gonna beat me up because I said it. No, shout out to my lady, Karen Jokes, who, you know, I'm excited about doing this thing with about life with her. So shout out to her. Shout out to my team. Shout out to Destiny Builders. Represent. Shout out to Destiny Builders. Shout out to my team. Shout out to PHP Agency. Patrick Beck-David, CEO. Check out Patrick too as well. He has one of the top YouTube channels for entrepreneurs called Valuetainment. So, you know, you want to learn from somebody that has built the business and a solid business. He's a New York Times bestseller too as well also. So he has a lot of information for entrepreneurs out there on how to build their business, how to scale their business. Shout out to my pops. I forgot about my pops. I'm sorry.
What's up,
Shout out
Uncle
to my
Earl?
pops. Papito.
Uncle Earl.
Papito. I tell everybody that's my hero. That's my guy. So shout out to my pops, who just retired from the fire department.
Oh,
did 39 years.
I got a gold coin.
39 years with the Gary Fire Department.
Thank you for your service.
Shout out to my pops for holding it down. Shout out to pops. You know, so I ain't gonna do no more shout outs because then I may forget people and they're gonna get mad at me.
Oh, you didn't forget something, they already mad.
They already mad. All right, shout out to the family. Shout out to the family. Shout out to my brothers, my sisters, my cousins. You know, we more like brothers and sisters anyways. We're raised more so like brothers and sisters, not just first cousins. You know, we were raised more so like brothers and sisters than anything. So shout out to them. And the forever memory to the greatest one and greatest man ever to walk the face of the earth, Ezel, Mr. Post.
Oh yeah, Papa,
we miss you. We love you.
Love you. Shout out to Cuzzo, Houston, Texas. Hudge Tunes, man. If y'all don't know, man, that's I get all my music from. They don't tag me, they don't bag me. I'm pushing Pug Tunes all day, every day, man. Houston represent. I can't say no more about it, baby. If you need a beat, cop a beat, www.pudgetools.com. I ain't gonna tell you no more. I listen to him and I ride to him. The boy got hot tracks. He gonna be doing big things. Love you, famo. Push Tunes, man. Get on. Terry, we can do this anytime you want to. Man. Anytime you want to promote PHP. Anytime you want to talk about life insurance.
Whatever you want to do. If you talk about life insurance, we can talk about life, man. I don't care, man. I enjoyed this, man. We had a good time.
I had a great time with you, family. Anytime. We out of here. Fox Glen Marketing. Till next time.
It's a good time, man. Appreciate you, Cuzzo.
I appreciate you, family.
I had fun.